Hey guys, Andy here. Now, I have to admit I'm a bit of a sucker for a phone gimmick. You look at the Note 9, you argue they're not gimmicks, but you've got the S Pen, you've got DeX, you've got all these sort of funky things it does. The thing on the Huawei Mate 20 Pro that caught my eye was reverse wireless charging. If you didn't know, there's a setting where you turn it on and it basically turns your phone into a wireless charging pad, where someone else with Qi wireless charging puts their phone on the back of your phone and it charges wirelessly. How cool is that? It's the kind of thing, much like DeX and other stuff, kind of thing I'll probably never use, but it's just an awesome little feature that I like to have on my devices that, you know, and it might come in handy at one point, and it's just going to look so cool. Anyway, so I realised I've not actually tried using it yet, so this morning I've given it a go to see, is it actually any good? Will it actually work? If it came to the crunch, can you rely on it? And that's where the first problem comes in. It's not massively reliable. So we have here my Huawei Mate 20 Pro on the left, and we have here my Pixel 3 XL on the right. Now, I use battery log to track what's going on charging wise. And if we come back and have a look here, you see, can you see that? From 11:21, for example, all the way through, there's loads of, it just keeps changing its mind. It's not got a very good connection, basically. There's a block of charging there, it's fine. And in fact, when it works, I'm getting about 9% an hour, which isn't too bad. An actual charging pad, a fast wireless charging pad, would get about 14%. So that's not a bad result, but just look how unreliable it is. And you can't particularly tell on the screen either, because when it's doing all of this, I've had it saying charging rapidly on the front of the 3XL. Now I think I read there might be a bug that says it charges rapidly when it's not, it's just wirelessly charging. Fine, but it says it's charging though. And actually when you look at the log, I mean, look how long that goes on. It just isn't. So as I mentioned, you get about 9% for half an hour. So 18% to the hour. Let's have a look at what it does to the device that is being charged from. So there we go, sorry. So if we were to match up, so 7:22 this morning, I was at about 95%, 96% even at 7:22. We go on to, well, 8 o'clock, and I'm down to 75%. That's quite big. That's quite big. I mean, the actual maths of it that I've worked out, looking at all the different bits that work and that don't, you give about 9% in half an hour, and it costs you about 18% on the device that is giving on the Huawei. That's probably not too bad. If you look at even a battery pack that uses a cable, when they say they've got 5,000 milliamp hours, you lose some of that in the inefficiency of charging another device, and you're only going to get about 65% of that, maybe. So about 2/3 of it. So to get 50% charging wirelessly, both devices are on, don't forget, and they're sort of syncing and using data and doing other things, so they're kind of depleting anyway. And then there's the charge going that's kind of trying to, so 50%, that probably isn't too bad. I could live with that if it wasn't for the unreliable issue. So when it's doing all that stuff here where it doesn't know what's going on, and again I looked it up, so from 10, let's find 1017, that's the bit that I looked at. So this is where 1017 starts at 30%, and 1017 over here 56%. Okay, so that's our starting point. If we go on half an hour, so we're going to go on to 1047 over here, which is quite a lot of scrolling because of all the disconnect. So we're going on half an hour. It has actually started charging properly, but at 1047 would be at 35%. So 1047 over here, we're at 43%. So when it's not working, we give 5% and it costs us 13%. That is quite bad. I mean, I don't even know what that is as a percentage. That's almost like probably 37, 38%. That is a guess. Someone do the maths, let me know. That isn't good. So you could spend half an hour, you only give your friend or whoever you're charging 5%, and it's going to cost you 13. You keep going for an hour, that's 10%, it's cost you 26%. And that is the issue to me. If it worked reliably, I can live with that 50% trade-off. You give 20% of your battery to give them 10%. If you're in a good position, yeah, why not? Here's 10%, I'll take the hit. But if it's not working and you're giving 10%, you're taking 26%, and it's taking that much longer as well, and I can't see a way that you can really tell. So I get that this is kind of the first iteration of this idea, and maybe it gets better in the future. Maybe it can't be better though, given the sizes of the coils in the phones and just all that kind of thing. Maybe this will be the only time we ever see it. Maybe they realise, yeah, that didn't really work, and in the future they just don't bother. I don't know, which would be a shame, because I do love the idea. I really love the idea. The more we go wireless, the easier, you know, because you could do this just carrying around different cables, and you can charge from one phone to another these days. I think Apple are only just getting there with their iPads can do it, but Androids have been able to do it for a little while now. So it can be done, but it just, who carries a cable around with them to charge their mates' phones up? You generally don't do it. And then you've got the different compatibilities of, are they on a lightning cable? Are they on a micro USB? Unlikely. Are they on Type-C? So the wireless thing was just really convenient. It's such a shame that it doesn't work very well. There we go. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Please do leave them. I try and read every single comment on my channel. If you're able to, have a look at my website, androidengineer.uk. And my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.